Welcome back, pilots, to Squadrons Update. With the November update bringing some much needed content into the game, more and more pilots have returned to Squadrons in the last couple of weeks, putting the game in a real good place for the time being in terms of content and activity. So it goes without saying that with the December update on everyone's mind now, we're actually going to be taking a quick peek at some of the leaked content coming in that update, along with some recent new changes made to matchmaking as well. As always, we'll be covering all of this and more in today's video. And before we get into any of that, but a quick reminder, as if you do like these type of videos, then do remember to give it a like to show your support for not only this update series, but also the content within it. With that out of the way, let's get into it. So before getting to the other topics, I do want to quickly cover some improvements made toward matchmaking recently within the game. As over the past weekend, Motive have actually implemented a couple of server-side adjustments in regards to this. And seeing as matchmaking issues have been a hot topic in Squadrons from day one, then this is definitely something we should take note of. According to community manager Jay Ingram, Motive have improved the matchmaking scheme to prioritize similar skill compositions on opposing teams over other factors, and as well made adjustments to the penalty system to reduce the number of completed matches required to go back to a good standing. In addition to this, Squadron's creative director Ian Fraser chimed in to give us a bit more detail about this, in saying that the changes made to both the matchmaking system itself and the way that skill, aka matchmaking ratio, is evaluated under the hood. As you'd expect, skill evaluation is per mode, dogfighting, fleet battles, and it's not instantaneous, as it will gradually get more and more accurate with each match you play. So long story short, the more you play, the better your matchmaking experience should be, both for you and for whoever you're playing against. And again, any improvements made toward matchmaking in Squadrons is always a much appreciated endeavor, considering how rough it was back in October, so yeah, we'll take any fixes we can get. Moving on, Operation 2 is currently of course live in the game, featuring the Malignant's helmet for the Empire. And in case you missed and didn't get the prize from Operation 1, then don't worry, as according to Motive, you'll have another opportunity to try and get it sometime later. As for Operations 2 prize, there's apparently a glitch which carries over any progress you've made from before onto this one. So, especially if you did make a lot of progress back in Operation 1 but didn't get the prize, then you've got a nice head start in this one. Next, let's move on to the leaks for the December update, which we know aside from getting the B-Wing and the TIE Defender, there's also going to be private games and a server browser included. However, that's apparently not everything that we're going to be getting, as data miner Rockstar has found new cosmetics included in the game files that will be coming out in December too. So we'll first take a look at the New Republic first, which will be getting 4 new helmets by the looks of it in the Aces Apex, Vibrant Focus, Kidron Sunset, and the Fearless Skies. Now, something about these which is incredibly interesting is that they're listed under as being hidden Twitch Prime rewards, which of course leads us to believe that we won't be able to earn them through normal means in-game, but rather potentially needing a Twitch Prime account to unlock them, which is most likely the case. And that may or may not be a good thing for some people, especially if you don't have an Amazon Prime account. If anything, this I believe is going to be the first EA Star Wars game that will take advantage of the Twitch Prime reward system. So this is some very new territory that Squadrons is entering for the EA Star Wars game scene. But following that, it's largely the same story with the Empire cosmetics too. 4 new helmets in the Bold Approach, Imperator's Visage, Striking Impact, and the Typhonic Defender. All each as well listed as hidden Twitch Prime rewards. Of course, we should learn what this exactly will entail once the December update does drop. But for now, I'd suggest and potentially maybe looking into getting yourself an Amazon Prime account. Just so when it is revealed about that being a requirement, then you'll be ready to unlock all of these helmets. but only if you really want them and of course are a fan of the purple look. Finally, we're also going to be getting 2 new components in December that are exclusive to the new ships. The B-Wing will get the Quarry B2 Ion Beam, which focuses ion fire onto a projectile beam capable of disabling ships and tearing through shields. Considering the B-Wing is said to be mainly used towards capital ships, then this sounds just about right. And I do like how it is named after Quarry, the inventor of the B-Wing 2 from Rebels. As for the TIE Defender, that will be getting the Advanced Power System component. According to the description, it gives a moderate overcharge to the system with max pips. And if no system has max pips, then it's gonna be giving a weaker overcharge across all systems regardless. So yeah, this feels awesome, but at the same time, broken too, at least on paper. Now, how is it gonna translate to the actual game? We don't know, but it's gonna be interesting and we'll just have to wait and see. But so far, I'm going into this very cautiously, just based on the description of this. Last but not least, according to Super Data, the sales for Squadrons has surprisingly been quite good, believe it or not. Well, actually, even better than expected. As following its release back in October 1st, it generated a whopping total of 1.1 million digital units sold in that month alone. And yeah, that's a real impressive achievement for a game with a lower budget than usual for EA Star Wars games, and of which was of course aimed for a niche crowd. Especially when you do consider that these sales figures show that Squadrons even beat Battlefront 2, which only sold a total of 1 million digital units at launch. Now, granted, Battlefront 2 did have that whole controversy during its release which impacted sales. But either way, regardless, major props to Motive on delivering a game that has so far greatly exceeded expectations. With that all said, it will be interesting to see what the future holds for Squadrons in 2021, considering how well the game sold, and from what I remember, Motive did say that a lot would depend on how well the game is received in terms of sales in regards to getting post-launch DLC, or at least a steady stream of that. So, knowing how well it has sold so far, does this improve its chances at getting consistent DLC throughout 2021? Potentially, yeah, even more so seeing as EA won't be releasing a new Star Wars game until 2022 in the new Jedi Fallen Order sequel. So as things stand now, the future is looking pretty good for Squadrons, and as Star Wars gamers, that's something we should all be happy to hear. Until the next time, this'll do it for your Squadrons update. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel to not only support it, but also keep up with Star Wars news, gaming, and canon lore released every week. And consider following me on Twitter and Facebook to never miss out on the latest Star Wars content. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.